Sooners will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Gets the back moving. Williams will pass. Working that wide receiver screen. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players involved in the game on the first play of the game. Just throw it up and let him go make magic happen.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Simmons. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now rolling to the left. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Here's the handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Inside the 25. Touchdown, Auburn! Once he got some room, it was over.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and tune and on the same page early.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. it becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've...
He's got it inside the 30. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Sooners. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So here comes the Auburn offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last...
Snatches it on the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. On the ground, it's Berry. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Auburn doing business in the red zone. Williams looking for a man. The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown, Tigers! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a crease to the left. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tatum. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
To the air on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride at the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've got a first down here to open the period. On the run, it's Tatum. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The offense cashing it in on that drive. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Sooners are marching down the field. A first down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. You're probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. Extending the play. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Williams will pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Berry. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Auburn lines up quickly. sling it on second down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Motion from the wideout.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for space. It's Berry. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Now, a 4th down.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Auburn.
Deep in enemy territory, ball's at the 3. They can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown, and here they go on 4th and short. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Gonna run it. It's Tatum. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Comes the Oklahoma offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on 3rd.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Hauls it in, looking for space. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that 4th down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. There he goes! They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the wideout. And is picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. The throw. Got a man. It's Thompson. Brings it to the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the RPO, complete. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Cooler 18, cooler 18. 4.
Gonna look downfield again. Takes the easy completion. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Williams will pass. Under fire. He's going to take off. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short.
Here we go, here we go.
Quick release on the RPO. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. This is a designed run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Someone not clear on the snap count, it'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That second down loss was not exactly what they had in mind. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 8. Williams looking for a man. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Notre Dame is running away with this one today thanks to an offense that is more than waking up the echoes. They're up 14 over North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Throws into the middle of the field. Makes the grab inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. In the red area, it's Tatum. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Calls his own number. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Guys, this is the kind of finish we hope for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown Sooners! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Williams will pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Here's a throw downfield late. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Sooners will try to run out the clock in the final minute. They'll go right back to it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shakes there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And now the lead is even bigger. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
Tigers will take over. 1st and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Williams looking for a man. Oh, they're after him. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Caught over the middle, it's Green. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Lost a throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Hauls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on! Lowers those pads. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And he knocked through the extra point, but that just made the loss a little less ugly, and the game is over.